Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of, well, it's not another episode of Trading Bitcoin. It's a new series called Trading Shitcoins. Now that the word shitcoins was uttered in US Congress, the hearings, which I have still not yet seen, so that is on my to-do list probably for the rest of my day. This is how I'm going to spend my Friday. I'm going to watch that 6-hour YouTube stream of Congress with Facebook and other panelists. I believe Gary Gensler was on it. Meltem Demirors was on it. I have not seen any of those hearings. I want to take a look at those hearings. Um, and Yeah, let's. I'm gonna jump right into the charts. I didn't send this link to anyone. We're just gonna do it myself. Uh, I am almost ready to update my calendar. I got big meetings coming up this weekend, lots of choices to make between where to travel to, and everything will be settled hopefully by Monday, and my entire calendar through the end of October will be set. So you can go to calendar and check it out based on where I will be going. I believe well, August is set. I'm only going to be in Canada and in Texas. It's September that is about to get very, very interesting. Okay. So yes, correct, Toronto. I will be in Toronto in August. Yes. No, I haven't watched the hearings yet. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm busy. People constantly want interviews. People want to set up meetings. It's hard. It's hard to keep up with all the latest news. Should I even bother looking at Bitcoin? Yeah, we'll start with Bitcoin. And I'm going to go through this unreasonably quick. The weekly chart still has some time. We have today's Friday. We have 2 more days. Let's see where this closes. If this candle closes in the red, below this moving average, below $10,000, that is still a bearish sign for the near future. Daily chart, same thing. If the daily chart closes today below $10,000, below this moving average, that is a bearish environment for Bitcoin. Now, the bullish case for Bitcoin will be made with this red price flip, followed by a green 1 tomorrow, followed by a green 2 above that green 1. We're focusing on shitcoins today, guys. This Bitcoin part's only going to last 5 minutes. 12-hour chart. Nothing has changed. You are in a no trade zone right now. It says my no trade zone. We need to break above this green line. I at 11,000 and change. How do I want to see this line broken? I want to see it broken with a green 2 going above a green 1. That means I don't want it broken today. I want tomorrow's candle, 1, 2, 3, 4, will probably be a green 4. Nothing you can do about that. The candle after tomorrow, oh, I'm sorry, it's a 12-hour chart. So tomorrow's candle might actually be a red 1. Then I want a green 1 and a green 2 going above a green 1 on the back end of the 21st of June, breaking this green line. Then I'll be more positive for the outcome. I'm going to take this green arrow. I'm going to slide it over. If we can get above 11,000 on a green 2 above a green 1, I become bullish. I'm going to take this blue line. I'm going to slide it over. If we can then get above 12,000, I will anticipate more like 1250 or even 13,000. If we can get above that, I will certainly be anticipating new all-time highs. 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart called your top very, very well. The 4-hour actually did call the top with a 9 sell. The high comes in at 10,797, and the high here is 10,776. So the ultimate high on this run-up, which I did not see coming, did get rejected on a combination of 4-hour 9 plus the moving average. This is the 50-period moving average on a 4-hour chart, which is critical. What are we looking at here? Based on a 4-hour chart, Bitcoin is in a no trade zone while it's stuck between these two moving averages. At the same time, it's also stuck between horizontal supports. If Bitcoin falls below probably this low, if Bitcoin starts to approach 10,000, it becomes very bearish on the 4-hour time frame. If Bitcoin can break above 10,700, it becomes bullish on this time frame. Finally, the 1-hour chart doesn't help us at all, and everything is consolidating, so it's totally useless. That doesn't really matter here. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to point to. This is the 12-hour chart. The CMF here is not looking good at all. This is pretty bearish CMF. And as you can see, it's starting to decline here, okay? Hey, Seth, thank you so much for your lovely contribution. Correct, you can request altcoins. I am happy to look at any shitcoins you want me to look at. Maybe not any, but feel free to throw in, well, if I notice it, don't flood me all at once, right? But I will certainly take a look at the chart of VeChain. But yes, this is that stream where you can throw in some shitcoins, and I will take a look at their TA. So I don't like the CMF on a 12-hour chart, so be careful here. Tyler Jenks had a great video about gold the other day. I had no idea silver was rising, but this isn't trade useless commodities video. This is trading shitcoins video. So we will look at some shitcoins. Let me just glance at the traditional markets out of my own curiosity. Interesting. So the S&P 500 is not actually ready to correct. We were looking at a correction here off of the combo 13 and sequential 13. I would be happy to take on, exit my long positions and even start looking at potential short trades here, looking for a correction in the S&P. However, the idea that the stock market is in a bear market completely disappears with a break to new all-time highs. Like, if I shorted anything in the last 4 days, all my stop losses ideally are now even being lowered to break even, because I am not, it's very hard to pick tops. The gloom and doomers think that a top in the S&P 500 is coming every day for the rest of their life. In reality, the probability of catching a top in the S&P 500 is less than 2%, okay? Because it always goes higher. So the moment the S&P goes above this blue line, I will be expecting 5,000, like immediately. Like, that's how confident I am that the stocks are going higher. This was going to be a temporary top anyway, and if it can't even get you below the daily 20-period moving average, the stock market is so unbelievably strong that it can go to 5,000 on the S&P easy. Okay? So on a weekly scale, we still have room. We're only on a 6. Yes, there was a sequential 13, but if this thing breaks this blue line, then it's all over. Then we're going way, 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 way higher. Okay? Oil, oil looks horrible. While I was starting to get bullish oil here, oil is starting to look like a disaster. I am generally bearish oil overall. I'm a believer in technology. I'm a believer that oil will go sub $20. I do not subscribe to the Stephen Lieb school that oil and Mike Rupert and all the other gloom and doomers, that the price of oil will be upwards of $200, $300, $400 a barrel, and we're all going to die because we are all so dependent on oil. I believe in the other way around. I believe that oil is going sub $20, and the world will stop using oil completely long before we run out of oil. That is my long-term trend on oil. Gold is, if I had to be in a trade of gold, it would be to the upside, but I am still skeptical. I am a believer that the dollar will rise significantly, and it would crush the foreign exchange market. Okay, that's it. Let's look at some shitcoins. We're gonna start with Ethereum. Okay, I've mentioned Ethereum plenty of times on the show. Here's the weekly chart of Ethereum, and it's not looking good at all. Ethereum is now going to close on a brand new weekly low. The last time Ethereum closed this low was back in March of 2017. And this chart looks absolutely ugly. Can it rebound? Of course it can. If it rebounds and starts to rise, how high do I expect it to go? I do not expect it to go past this cluster of resistance sitting at 0.03% of one Bitcoin. We can zoom out to a monthly look at Ethereum, and it looks even uglier than the weekly chart of Ethereum. It is on it has broke down from very critical support, which was resistance in the past. In fact, on a monthly scale, I should lower this line because it is absolutely perfect. Prior high is supposed to be future support, but when it's not and it breaks down, you have a catastrophic problem. On a monthly scale, the next level of support for Ethereum, oops, not what I wanted to copy. The next level of support for Ethereum is this area here, okay? This is the combination of the opening price of Ethereum on exchanges and prior level of support. You know, I really should draw this as a little bit of a box. I can't really draw this line any thicker. This is it. That is the next level of Ethereum. Now, this is Poloniex. I believe they're one of the first to start trading it. What is the price of this bad boy? This is 0.01. 0.01. So 1% of a Bitcoin. So consider that when we hit this line, and we're going to hit this line, you will now have to pray for a double bottom in Ethereum. Can a double bottom occur? The answer is yes, because this double bottom would have sufficient time in between the lows. I am not a believer in double bottoms like this bottom versus this one. They were only 4 or 5 months apart, maybe 6. This bottom is going to be 2017, end of 2018, 2016, right? Early 2017. If we come back to this area, it's not going to be tomorrow. It's probably going to be towards the end, towards 2020, in which case there is sufficient time has passed, 3 full years. And that's a reasonable double bottom for a shitcoin. However, odds remain that it's going to go lower. And then once it falls to new all-time lows, the blockchain dies. Okay, that's the future. And that's where we're going. Let's look at the daily. The daily hit a 9 and started to rebound. This is now over. If I was day trading Ethereum on a short-term scale, did I just end screen share? Let's get that back. Zoom is messing with me. If I was, come on, hold on, slide some stuff over. If I was day trading Ethereum and I potentially would have gone long off this reversal candle plus 9, it's a tradable trade to the upside. There's nothing wrong with that. That's over now. You now have a red 2 going below the red 1, going below the 9. This is a bearish opportunity to short Ethereum. At the least, you get the hell out of your bullish trades. It's over. You are now breaking below prior lows. A daily close here is incredibly bearish, and you're just getting started. You can pray for a S13 tomorrow to reverse you, but good luck with that, because there's another one coming in from this latest 9. So you can counter trade me all you like. Please go buy Ethereum, make some money. But I will short this 99 times out of 100 if I'm an active trader. Cash, Ethereum Cash is in trouble. It hit a 9. It is in a 1 to 4 week correction, which might have ended. So there's a chance that it will go higher, but chances are not good. Okay, it got rejected by this line here. I would not panic on this reversal candle yet. And a lot of it depends on Bitcoin and whether Bitcoin will continue to go down. Okay, that's it for it. I can look at the daily cash Ethereum. Ooh, daily cash Ethereum is looking at a little bit of a bounce, but remember, you have just broken the setup trend line. Breaking the setup trend line adds significant level of probability that this 9 will lead to the countdown phase, even though it's not perfected. So daily is not good. Monthly Ethereum cash. Neutral, no comment, not interesting chart. Let's go back to weekly and we'll leave it here for next time. Litecoin, and then I'll take your requests. Litecoin was a great buying opportunity off of this 9. This was, of course, this was part of the notification service. Oh, man. I don't know what to do with this thing. It's really annoying. Anyway, you guys don't see it on my screen, but like Zoom is giving me issues today. So there was a buying opportunity here on a daily 9 with off of the reversal candle plus 9. Hindsight's 2020, great. Now I would be raising my stop loss. If this thing goes to lower than this 2, this is Litecoin versus Bitcoin, then the 1 to 4 candle correction is over, and get ready for the countdown phase where we would go significantly lower. That's my view on daily Litecoin. As long as it's rising, let it keep rising. Next. Oh yeah, let's go to a weekly Litecoin. Weekly Litecoin looks terrible. It is approaching its double bottom. Oh, correction. It's approaching its triple bottom without a significant amount of time and without making any new highs. This is very, very bad for Litecoin. A break below this red line will just completely annihilate that blockchain. This is bad. Now let's look at the monthly. The monthly bounced beautifully off of this 9. I had absolutely no idea because I wasn't paying attention. Bounced beautifully off of this 9 as well. Wow. Talk about getting rich on shitcoins with TD sequential. The last 2 times the TD sequential said something on monthly Litecoin versus Bitcoin. So I'm not making this shit up, right? So you had a chance to buy it at any time during the month of February 2017 or the following month. Worst case scenario, you're buying it on the sequential 13 as this candle starts trading above the 9. So let's not cherry pick the low. And within 2 months, you had an opportunity to make 424%. Now, granted, only Charlie Lee sells at the high. We're not that lucky. So if you are unlucky and you held in there, plenty of time to sell at a 300% rise at the top of these candles without any kind of a panic. That is the more recent time the TD sequential told you to do something. Again, without using the elements of hindsight, you buy off of support, off of the TD9, off of the reversal candle, when the following candle starts trading above that candle. This is what Tone Vays teaches his students that want to learn how to trade. And within 1, 2, 3, 4 months, the sucker is up 120%. Now, this is against Bitcoin. This isn't against US dollars. In US dollar terms, this thing probably crushed it, okay? Against Bitcoin, it was up 120%, okay? And again, only Charlie Lee gets to sell at the high. You're not as lucky. Let's say you sell at the top of the candle at the end of the month. You made 70% over holding Bitcoin. Okay, this 1 to 4 candle correction in Litecoin off of this 9 is now over. And we have now had a red 2 going below a red 1 on a monthly scale. Litecoin is now royally screwed, and this thing can continue up to 7 more months until it gives you another chance to buy it, hopefully in the negative territory, where you are now paying people to hold their bags of Litecoin. Litecoin versus the dollar, not really interesting chart on a daily, on a weekly. Tops on a beautiful doji candle. The 9 came a little late. It's again, the fiat version of these shitcoins are so dependent on Bitcoin. Wow, beautiful 913 at the low. Beautiful pullback here into the countdown phase. This countdown phase may still work, but I wouldn't count on it. Okay, that's it. Let me go to my shitcoin watch list. Please tell me I named it shitcoins. I did. Look at that. So the only shitcoin that's currently on my list is the Zcash. What the hell is this? Zcash versus Ethereum. Why? Why on earth am I looking at this pair? Anyway, I will take your requests now. Let's look at VET. What the hell is VET? I need to go to shitcoins. We're going to look at them versus Bitcoin. I don't really care how these things are doing against the dollar. So let's look at VET USD. I want the one with the longest history. So I will probably go to Poloniex, which isn't here. Bitfinex's been around a while. BitThumb I'm not going to use. I don't trust it. Binance is too new. Hobie, HitBTC's been around forever. They have a history. I'll probably use HitBTC on this one, guys. Do they still exist? Are they still in operation? They are. Okay. Let's look at VET. Oh, wow. The live chat has done a lot. Okay. Let's look at VET. What the hell is it? I have no idea what this scam coin is, but we'll take a look. How do I get it to big screen? Here it is. Let's do that. Let's look at it on a big screen. We are in a massive downtrend. Holy shit. This is the daily chart, and the daily chart is not looking promising. The daily chart had a beautiful cluster of a reasonable amount of green arrows that has significantly slowed down this path. I really don't care about its volume either. That has significantly slowed down its path. But what you're looking at here, I'm going to look at a weekly chart in a minute, but we're looking at the daily. So this is where it gets nasty. So whatever this thing is has a support area right here. That's its support. A red 2 going below a red 1, breaking this support, is a beautiful shorting opportunity. I don't know how much more money you can make. This thing is worth 5,479 Satoshis, which is, it has to be maybe, I don't know, 3 cents, 4 cents. I have no idea what the fiat value of this thing is, but I'm looking at the chart. I don't really care about the x-axis here. I have to zoom. I have to go to the weekly scale here because all you did, you hit a 9, you broke the down count, but if this thing resets to a green 1, the following candle will be a red 1, maybe, and then this thing accelerates into a brand new setup phase. So this thing is looks very bad. Let's look at the weekly. I'll hit 1W. Holy shit. Wow, did you guys get scammed? So everything went to shit on this the moment it went below this line. The moment this shitcoin was not able to hold all-time lows of support, it was over. Like the moment this 4 candle broke down, that's when you have to immediately sell your bags at 1,000 Satoshis, because this thing is not going to rise from the dead, okay? Jesus is not going to save this thing. It's done. When your stock goes below historic lows to new all-time lows, your company is over, okay? Just like this company. Blockstack thoughts. I need to read more about Blockstack. I want to do a show this Sunday with the lawyers. So no Blockstack thoughts here. Okay, next shitcoin on the docket. How do I get out of here? Here it is. What do we got? XML. I have charts of XML, like official ones, right? Let me pull those up. I always get XML, XLM, and XML confused. You want XLM. What is XML? Stellar. Excellent. This is Jeb McCaleb, scam number 3. He's in competition with Dan Larimer for the most number of successfully exited scams. Wow, have I not looked at this in forever? So it still uses my, whoa, I need to, okay, hold on. I don't know why I'm looking at like, wow, okay. We need to remove all of this. I gotta update this chart. You know what? I don't need records of this chart. I'm not gonna do it this way. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add XLM here, and we're also gonna look at it against Bitcoin. I don't care about its price versus the dollar. I want the exchange that has the longest history. Once again, I believe it should be HitBTC. So that's where we're going. Okay, I'm going to click on this chart. Oh, God, because... Oh, that's because I'm now looking at Stellar. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this. Cancel. I'm going to save this garbage. I'm going to close it here. And I'm going to not... I thought it was I thought it was Monero, which is XMR. I always get XMR and XL. I'm confused. I don't know why. I know they're a little different. Little tiny bit different. Not that much. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna, oh, I thought I added it. Okay. I'm gonna go to metals. I'm gonna go back to shitcoins. So what list did I add it to? Anyway, let's do it again. XLM versus Bitcoin, BTC on, oh, Hobie's been around for a while too, but HitBTC is the shitcoin exchange. We'll do that. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Well, it's worth a lot more than the other crap we were just looking at. So the low price for this insanity is here. Though, oh, we're getting there. Though realistically, this shitcoin, the life of this shitcoin ended the moment it broke this blue line. You guys have to understand the fundamental concepts of horizontal support resistance. They are critical. You guys can make fun of my $1,300 Bitcoin target all you like, but the principles are the same. The moment this scam fell below this blue line, and it had chances, right? Holds the blue line here, actually establishes the blue line here, holds it here for a minute. The moment this blue line broke, it was over. If you were smart, you exited your bags on this point right here, the combination of moving average plus rejection of prior level of support. This thing is now in free fall, and it will continue to do so until people get sued potentially arrested, and potentially worse. I just don't want to get my channel banned for saying, okay? So you are on a weekly 6 of 9. We can go to the daily scale and give it a little more context. And on a daily scale, you're consolidating. This thing looks very, very bad. Okay, next. What do we got? BitConnect. What is the ticker? BCC? Can I still get a chart of that? I cannot. Sorry, guys. I am not able to do an analysis on BitConnect as much as I would love to. XMR I have charts of. So let's open up the actual XMR charts. XMR, Monero. We're going to look at it. I have Monero versus Bitcoin on a weekly scale. The last time I looked at it was in July 3rd, which is not that long ago. Thank you, TradingView blockchain, which remains more immutable than the Ethereum blockchain. All right. Here's Monero. Here is, I'm not sure what this represents. Oh, this represents the 80% crash in Monero. Monero looks bad. Again, I am totally unbiased here, right? I mean, I don't care what the name is. I'm giving you my reading of technical analysis. Monero has now fallen a little bit lower, and this looks horrendous. This is the weekly chart. You have broken setup trend, which means you are very likely to accelerate the drop. You're on a 4 of 9, probably heading significantly lower. Again, feel free to counter trade me, and maybe Monero will go to the moon, okay? But I will take this short trade. If I was actively trading, I would already be in this short trade, assuming the shitcoin exchanges were regulated and this had some kind of fundamentals for me to trust the short trade. But I mean, Monero isn't going to get bought out, so you can certainly short it. I think it's dangerous to short shitcoins with leverage. Without leverage, I'd probably do it. On a 4 of 9 weekly, there's no end in sight to the downfall. On a daily scale, it is consolidating. So the moment it starts to fall below this line, ideally on a red 2 going below a red 1, so you don't actually want it to fall tomorrow on a red 5. Ideally, you want another full day of consolidation, then giving you a green 1, then another day of consolidation giving you a red 1, and then a breakdown. What you want to see is you want to see a red 2 going below a red 1 after a nice long consolidation. You draw a best fit line like this. You can see it here. Those that took this trade on a red 2 going below a red 1 after a long consolidation immediately saw ridiculous profits, okay? Now you can say, Tone, you're cherry picking. Well, not really, right? Because when did the prior time a red 2 go below a red 1? It happened right up here. And while this did not catastrophically fall, it fell enough for you not to lose money on the short trade. The time before, red 2 didn't go below a red 1. The time before, it did, but it wasn't breaking the lows. So this right here and this right here are bad trades to short the red 2 below a red 1 because you have a higher low and you're now higher than that. Now, granted, this is also ideally not good, but this one is different because the consolidation has been longer. Again, this is not the ideal trade, but this is a different trade. Now you've established a lower low than that low, while not yet lower than this low. And by the way, hell yeah, I would take this short right here on this red 2, and even if I lose a little bit of money on this trade. So even if you lost money on this short trade by getting stopped out and lost money on, I wouldn't have taken this, and lost money on this short trade by getting stopped out and lost money on this short trade by getting stopped out, you broke even here and you made a shit ton right here, okay? So you want to be consistent and you want to stick with the concept that once this thing consolidates at the low, the only place for it to really go is down. So now it's in trouble again. I would wait for a red 2 going below a red 1, challenging this ultimate low. And then it should have a nice big, fall down. How far can it fall? Does Monero have support? It does. Monero actually has support. It is in the vicinity of this line, wherever the hell it is. So if Monero falls from here, its next level of support would drop it down only 46%. So not that big a deal in shitcoin land. There you go. That is your target. Wanted to extend that line. Okay. That's your target. Break of this red line, that's your target. Because that is the prior area that it broke up from. All right, Monero, done. Nope, I don't want to go there. Next. Litecoin, I already did. XVG, oh, that is it's not the biggest scam I can look at, but it's up there. XVG is in my top 3% of scammiest shitcoins we have. XVG versus BTC. Let's go and take a look. I will also go to hit BTC because I think it has the longest history. Didn't they get 51% attack like twice? Okay, so if I did this show a couple of days ago, I would have said XVG is a potential buying opportunity. It had just had a sequential 13 a few days earlier. It is currently on a 9 with a reversal candle with a green 1 going above set 9. That is a buying opportunity. Oh, no, don't want to hit that. I don't need alerts on XVG. Ooh, nice 913 here, rallied this crap for a little bit. I'm going to zoom out. Too bad there was no signal here to buy it. And too bad there was no signal here to sell it. Hey, but we do what we can. So this thing was a buying opportunity right here. That buying opportunity is now completely gone. We never price flipped to a green 1. We had a red 2, and now we have a red 3 going below red 2. And for confirmation's sake, it is also now going below the body of the 9. This is now a short trade. Now, am I advising shorts? No, not ideal. I didn't mean to create another line. What I meant to do was change the color of this to red. Ideally, you want to start shorting this thing on a red 3 going below a red 2, not a red 3 going below red 2 going below a 9. It may be a little overextended, but because I know how scammy this thing is, now remember, these things can pump at any time, but I'm expecting the complete death of this pretend blockchain, and it is now in massive trouble. This is ultra bearish to me. Again, please counter trade me and buy this garbage so you can lose all of your money and potentially your family's money and your enemy's money, and then you won't be able to afford any more internet, and then I won't need to listen to you in my live chat. Let's go to the weekly scale. Oh, this looks bad. So on a weekly scale, I will now just take this line. I will extend it. By the way, if you want to know how to draw straight lines on TradingView, you hold the Shift button. For those of you that are unfortunately Mac users, you have some other weird button command or something that you need to hold. So this thing is now approaching its ultimate bottom. And yeah, so this is the insiders unloading their bags onto you This is you thinking you made a smart decision. And if you didn't get out and you are still holding this bag of shit, you are in deep, deep trouble. Because the moment this thing goes below its all-time low versus Bitcoin, I'm expecting it to accelerate into negative territory, where it actually costs you money by utilizing this nonsense. It is on a 6 of 9 sequential, plenty of downside to go, and I believe it will surpass my expectations. Next. Link. Sure. Let's do shitcoins for 500, Alex. And we'll go and look at Link. No idea what this scam is. Let's go take a look together. Link. Link versus Bitcoin. We have hit BTC. I don't know how long this thing has been around. I am going to go to hit BTC only because they are one of the oldest exchanges that continues to trade shitcoin. Excellent. Again, this is the insiders getting out and dumping their bags on you, who now believe you made a smart decision by holding this scam. Amazing. Let's go to the daily chart. This is the exchange screwing you because they're all aware and they preloaded. This is the insiders. This is everyone selling it to you because you believe in this trash. This thing has absolutely no volatility versus Bitcoin. I'm not sure why I'm looking at this. It is totally irrelevant, and it has no volatility. What do you want me to tell you? This thing has been around for about 3 minutes, unless there's another exchange. By the way, I'm not looking at your live chat, guys. I'm catching up on the old live chat. And I have no comment. There's nothing to analyze here. It got created yesterday. I don't know what you want me to say. We can look at it in dollar terms. It's valued kind of high, and therefore it has plenty of downside. We can look at Link versus USD. Oh, Coinbase. No wonder. Yeah, they love the scammiest of scam coins. If this thing is new, it's probably... let's look at it on Binance. Link USD. Oh, looks like it's been around longer. Look at this. This thing has been around. Maybe the versus Bitcoin will have a longer history on Binance. Let me look at Link BTC on Binance. Maybe they'll have a longer history. I can't. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. All right, the shitcoin's been around, so we can look at it. Let's look at the weekly chart. All right, well, it topped on a 9, well, the candle before the 9, technically, and it is now in its 1 to 4 candle correction. Now, where is its next level of support? Well, its next level of support is here. It's a little hard, right? Like, it's the weekly scale. I may have to go to the daily scale. That is probably its next level of support, okay? It needs to hold this support, because if it doesn't, it's going to go back towards 0. That's all I can really say. You have moving averages here. Let's look at the daily chart. Maybe the daily will give us a better picture of support. On a daily scale, it has some support right here, and it has already bounced off of set support. Now, that's a good sign for this scam coin. However, if this thing turns down and continues its countdown phase and breaks this moving average along with this support, it is then going to come down to this area of support. That's actually a nice 9. And I think this is a nice daily and weekly 9 combination with a nice 9 buy above setup trend at moving average support. So this thing was useful with the TD sequential. It has played its 1 to 4 candle correction, and we are now going down into the countdown phase. This is the prior level of support, which is also, already been used, but if it breaks this support, it's going to new all-time lows. Link looks like the flavor of the month, and good luck with your bags. Good luck getting scammed. And this thing will eventually go down, but for now, it is volatile enough for you to trade against Bitcoin. A nice daily 9 right here off of a reversal candle. Definitely tradable using sequential, and money to be made. But if you are holding this for the long term, please make sure you put all of your money in it, not some of your money in it, because I don't ever want to hear from you again. I want you fully broke, completely, with the creation of new enemies, so that I don't have to listen to you on the internet ever again. All right, next. Digibyte, sure, why not? Now we're going with shitty projects and scam coins for 600. What the hell? Guys, you got to give me tickers. I have no idea what the ticker of Digibyte is. DGB. All right. Digibyte's been around for a while. I remember meeting Jared Tate in 2014, back when the concept of altcoins was not as scammy, back when I was a total idiot and a total noob to the space, thinking that altcoins were actually useful. I learned, I educated myself by the end of 2014. And by the end of 2014, I was already a Bitcoin maximalist, although some people still take years and years and maybe decades to learn lessons. I'm going to go to Poloniex. I'm sure they were trading the scam coin long ago. Let's do it. Poloniex, here we go. Here is your precious Digibyte. We're going to zoom out to the weekly scale. Oh, boy. This looks bad. Hey guys, I'm way behind on your live chat, okay. I really wanted to put more seconds on the slow mode. It's currently set to 300 seconds, which is 6 minutes. And I tried putting more, but YouTube wouldn't let me. Apparently, this is the maximum. I really wanted it. I really wanted to extend it to 600 seconds so that, or not 600 seconds. I think I wanted to do it 10 minutes. So yeah, I wanted to do it to 600 seconds. So you have a 10-minute slow mode. So this scam coin got pumped in late 2017 along with the rest. It is now in serious, serious trouble. From a daily perspective, here is it bouncing on a sequential 13, which I don't really follow that much in the crypto space. And right here, you have a 6 of 9 on a weekly scale. And once again, you have, like with the rest, a very critical area of support that you may potentially be breaking. If this shitcoin closes at a brand new weekly low, it would have closed at a new weekly low since the pump of late 2017. It had one lower close before that pump. So this is a bit of an anomaly. It has a massive setup trend line here that has been around since a long time, okay? The break of the setup trend line basically kills this thing, but the setup trend line is at near zero. This thing is now trading at 110 Satoshis, and it still has plenty of downside according to TA. On a daily scale, this thing is consolidating. So on a daily scale, it's making a bit of a triangle. So we can grab this, and we can go maybe like yay, and wait, what happened? What's going on? And like yay. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to make this big screen, actually. I'm going to zoom this out. I'm going to zoom that out. Boom. We can extend that to there. We can extend this to here. We can move that to there. This is, unfortunately, well, actually, not really. It is not breaking out of this triangle yet. It is a symmetric triangle. Ideally, it's a symmetric triangle at the bottom. And in a perfect world, this thing, boom, we copy that, we paste it, and we move it. In a perfect world, this thing breaks down the equivalent of what it was and takes you into negative territory. We can only hope. Okay, there's your digibyte. And they have a massive army. When you print your own money, you can afford a massive army. This thing is totally screwed. Love the 9 at the high. Love the 9 at the high. Love the 9 at the high. And, no 9. Sucks. Also no 9. Sucks. Too bad. 9 there, though. Excellent. All right. Done with this garbage. Let's move on. Next. Monero, I took a look at. What the hell is Byteball? Oh, the question is, what do I think of Byteball? What the hell is Byteball? XRP. Sure. I'm going to close Monero. Not really interested. And I have too many things open. I think I'm going to hold on to the Litecoin chart till the halving, and then I'm going to stop looking at it. I think I have XRP. XRP versus the dollar and versus Bitcoin. The last time I looked at both of them was in July. Let's look at them again. Oh, what is this? Oh, I was doing that for a graphic. So this is XRP versus the dollar. Okay, so I don't care about this chart. XRP versus Bitcoin. Let's do it. What do we got? Weekly scale, weekly chart. Looks bad. You had a bunch of arrows. You have a sequential 13, but you're already at a 6 of the countdown phase from the latest 9. So this thing is not looking good. It's in a decline. Once again, they're all the same, right? You had an area of support. This area of support was not supposed to be broken. The moment you went back to this area of support, you had a 9, so there was a reason to stop the bleeding. Once you broke, this is the perfect trade. That is, hindsight's always 20/20, guys. This is your perfect trade. You are breaking support on a red 2 below or red 1 weekly. This is a disaster written all over it. Those of you that paid attention, that know how to trade, that have attended Tone-Vase webinars or purchased them on demand, would know exactly what to do on a red 2 going below a red 1 after a 1 to 4 candle correction off the 9, off horizontal support. This is like easy. So now, even if you got to the trade late, even if you waited until, say, here, till the 2 actually breaks the 1, you had an opportunity to make 38% against Bitcoin. You would make 38% against Bitcoin. This probably felt like 50, 60% in dollar terms. Who the hell knows? Okay. No, and who cares? Now it's a little too late to short. However, all right, come on, delete it. However, it is still in a downtrend. Now that we have broken this support, where is next support? Well, next support is kind of, sort of here. It was the prior swing high, the last swing high, even though it had higher swing highs. Man, Ripple is such a fucking scam. If the SEC and the CFTC had any brains and knew what a blockchain was, these people would be in jail by now. So that is your next area of support. I do not expect it to hold. I expect it to bounce and then eventually break. Your ultimate area of support is the all-time low, and yes, I do expect it to break. For more on Ripple, please Google crypto scam Ripple, and you will find a video from the Tone-Based YouTube channel. In fact, you should really Google crypto scam playlist, and you will find the Crypto Scam podcast on YouTube, and you will be able to get all of my latest and greatest crypto scam episodes from Ethereum to Augur to Ripple, and hopefully more to come, as I do want to do more of them. Okay. Next, where are we at? What do we got? XLM we did. Zcash? Sure. I think I have a chart of Zcash. We're going to close the chart of Ripple, and we're going to open a chart of Zcash. Zcash. Last time I looked at Zcash was in August of this. No, wait. August of last year. Damn. Again, thank you, TradingView Blockchain. August of last year, almost a year since I've looked at this. This makes sense. My TD sequential has been updated since then. So let's close that. Let's close that. Let's scale appearance. Let's update the, let's remove the grid lines. They're just generally in my way. Let's do that. Let's go to hollow candles. Let's make those candles more visible by making them dark green. Boom, 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 done. We're done with that. Let's get the latest. Let's go to favorites. We will put the TI indicator. We'll do that, and we will do the triple MA forecast. And we are now set. Here we go. All right. Oh, good Lord. Oh, this looks bad. I'm very happy to see it. I'm very happy to look at this chart. I'm very, very happy. This thing is a complete and utter disaster. Here's how you have to think. Anyone, like here's the thing, right? If at any point you've spoken positively or promoted Zcash, these people are mentally, technologically, and economically incompetent. If you ever worked for Zcash, you are incompetent. You should get no respect, because this was always stupid and scammy. And smart people told you this, which is why anyone that ever invested in Zcash has continued to do nothing but lose money, except in a lucky phase between February 20th and June 2017. I believe that the creators and the companies that financed Zcash should be held legally and financially accountable and potentially prosecuted for scamming users of their savings. Okay, that's my opinion of Zcash. I give Zuko zero respect for starting a scam. I'm tired of these fucking scammers and shitcoiners. The TA on this chart is abysmal. Yes, there is a sequential 13. Yes, it can rally. But once again, it has broken another level of support. Actually, I don't need this blue line. I'll leave it. Here is the last level of support that it broke. Okay, this thing is now a disaster, heading towards zero. Here is a prior level of support. What happened when it broke it? Straight down. It then consolidated. What happened when it broke this level of support? Oh, look, it perfectly bounced back to it and got rejected by a moving average. It established a new area of support. What happens when it broke that on a perfect red 2 below a red 1 and down you go? Oh, look, you rallied back to the area of prior support and now you're totally screwed. This thing is, I can't believe how low it went, and it's only going to go lower. And I really do hope scammers that got rich on this thing potentially end up in prison. I really, really do. Because you know what? When smart people are telling you that this is a scam project and you take in hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to build it, you're getting paid to build a scam. I believe that every single person who ever got paid to work on Zcash should be legally held accountable for the rest of their life to pay that money back. I don't know to who, but somewhere to actually help society. All right, enough ranting. Someone is asking me, hey, Tone, where can Americans trade legally without a VPN? Sure. In the Tone-based affiliate section, I have right here, LVL, Americans can trade there legally without a VPN. If you are not an American, please check the jurisdiction of the exchanges you trade on. If you can't trade there, don't trade there. And if they catch you on a VPN, they will drop you. So that's exactly what BitMax does. That's what other people do. If they catch you using a VPN or they suspect you an American, legally, they dump you off their site, which is what they're supposed to do. So you can trade legally at LVL. And if you're going to do that, it's unlimited trading for $9 a month. If you're going to do that, please support by clicking on this link to go there. I will have other exchanges on this site very, very soon that are perfectly legal for US and American citizens to trade on without a VPN. All right, let me see. Tone, please check Instar on CoinMarketCap. I don't know what the hell Instar is. Their work has recently cited, I don't care. Sure. Does it, uh, you really want me to go to CoinMarketCap for a shitcoin? I'm not going to do that. I don't know, maybe I will. We'll have it up there. We'll see. I wonder if it's the real Trayvon James. No, the top 100 blockchains on some blocktivity crap are not going to survive. One blockchain is going to survive. We have one internet today. We don't have 3,000 internets. We have one. Bitcoin will survive. That's it. It ends there. All right, I think it's still loading. Why is my control F not working? Okay. In star. It's not even here. In star. It's a scam. Stop it, guys. Stop buying into this garbage. Just stop. Just stop. If you want to trade penny stocks, go trade penny stocks in a legal way. Top penny stock gainers 2019. I need historical stuff. Best penny stock. Oh, I'm sorry. I put 2019. It should be 2018. No, it's not giving me what I need. Top penny stock returns from 2018. Try again. Top 10 biggest stock gainers in 2018. The best and worst stocks of 2018. Tell me this was published in 2019. It was. Excellent. Let's go and take a look. These aren't penny stocks. Shit. Okay, so what is this? This is the Dow Jones. Okay, S&P 500. Great. Give me penny stocks. S&P 400 small caps. Nope, I want to go smaller. They're not giving them to me smaller. Okay, here we go. 10 worst performers. I don't want those. Here, now we're getting somewhere. NASDAQ 100. I wanted to go lower. I wanted to go to the Wilshire 5000. Here, oh yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Best performing stocks of 2018, Wilshire 5000. Boom. Go find them. Go find them. You'll see stocks that have made 1,000% returns. And you can legally trade them. OTC markets. All right, what else we got? BGG. What the hell is BGG? Let's find out. BGG. What is that? I don't know. Sorry. Sorry, always reason I cannot find BGG. RSR. Never heard of it. RSR. RSR reserve rights versus Bitcoin. I don't know what this is. It is grossly overpriced at 30 Satoshis. What am I looking at? Come on. Let's stop. Haha, 42 coin. That's funny. All right, we looked at XRP. We looked at Link. Oh, wow, my live chat just skipped a million messages. Neo, EOS. Oh, wow, you guys are... I can't keep the stream going forever, guys. It's already an hour and a half long. But we can look at EOS. Pick a random coin. They're all random. I don't think Doge has any volatility. Cardano. Sorry, guys, I missed the top of your live chat. OMG, there's too many shitcoins. I don't know if I have a chart of EOS. I can check if I do. I'm not sure. SGBTC. This is Zcash. I'm going to close the Zcash scam. Do I have EOS? I do. The last time I looked at EOS was in May of this year. Let's go and take a look. EOS, oh yeah, again, it's the old chart. We don't need oscillators. I think I should update it sequential. So we're gonna go to favorites. We're gonna do triple MA forecast. We're gonna do this guy. I'm gonna hit apply. We're gonna close that. We're gonna go here. Go to symbol. Actually, no, we're gonna go to here first. That. Make this dark green, make this dark green, make this dark green, and we are in business. All right. Oh, this is bad. So once again, this thing has broken prior lows. That is bad. It is now accelerating to the downside, not surprising, and it's on a 6 of 9 sequential. We can look at a daily chart to see if it's ready for a little bit of a bounce, and it kind of is. Now, this is certainly a buying opportunity of a 9 double 13. So the buying opportunity took place right here, either above the body of the 9 candle or above the high of the 9 candle. In either case, you have either taken profit off this trade, hit a break even, or have already taken a loss. I would be shorting the shit out of EOS right now on a red 3 going up below a red 2, below the 9 for yet another monstrous leg down towards 0 where it belongs. Get ready for Dan Larimer to quit yet another project by leaving it to the community and creating a whole other new scam for you in order to take your hard-earned Bitcoin. So good luck to you guys, and of course, Larimer. All right, Cardano. All right, let's close this shitcoin and move on. ADA. ADA. Do I have a chart of ADA? I do. I looked at it, oh, a year. It's been a year since I looked at the Cardano scam coin. Another useless piece of technology that no one will ever use and no one will ever need. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, again, very old chart. We got to close that and that and that. And we're going to make them hollow candles. We're going to go here. We're going to make this dark green, and we're going to make that dark green, and we're going to make that dark green. Okay. And what else we have to do? We have to get rid of the grid lines. Appearance. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Hit OK. I did that. I did that. Now I got to bring in my indicators. We're going to go to favorites. We're going to do a triple MA forecast and the TI. Boom, done. Now we're in business. Okay, here's the daily chart. The daily chart has given you a buying opportunity to buy into Cardano off of the doji at the low on a 913. This is not much different than EOS. They are equally terrible projects competing with Ethereum, but not Bitcoin. So I'm not surprised they look exactly the same on a TA. So the buying opportunity took place in Cardano 3 days ago when the reversal candle occurred, and on July 17th, it started trading above that candle. This trade is now completely over because you have reversed back to the downside. You are now trading below the red 2 candle, below the body of the 9. The short trade has been activated, even though it's currently losing you some money on that set short trade. This thing, I would have loved for this thing to make it back to its moving average, but it is crappier and weaker than anyone wanted to imagine it. Beautiful 9 right there at the high, giving you the opportunity to scam other bag holders by getting rid of your bags of worthless Cardano. And you have now scammed those people by you holding Cardano to begin with. It is going to go straight towards zero. I hope that it's at its new all-time lows. Unfortunately, it is not yet at its new all-time lows. We will extend this line. We will change its color over to blue. We will zoom this out. We will stick it here. Cardano is currently in the middle of nowhere. The new territory for Cardano begins upon the break of this blue line at the all-time low, which took place in around November of 2017. It will, of course, make it to that blue line and cross it to the downside. So that it will probably bounce in this vicinity somewhere, and then eventually it will go absolutely nowhere. And this line is at 280 Satoshis. And the sooner it gets there and gets below it, the better off the entire world will be. Let's see what else we got. ZRX, the shitcoin is going to zero. They're all going to zero. You can trade them, sure, but they're all going to zero. Okay, I looked at EOS, I looked at Cardano. Let's look at NEO. Do I have a chart of NEO? Let's find out together. NEO. I do. The last time I looked at a chart of NEO was in August of last year. Let's do it. Let's take a look. Again, I got to update this thing. Let's get rid of this and get rid of that and get rid of that. We will change our candles. We will make them darker. Boom, boom, boom. We'll get rid of the grid lines. Let's go there. Let's go there. Okay. Oh, wow. I've done some analysis on this thing back in the day. Now, what do? We're going to add some indicators. Go to favorites. We're going to add TI, and we're going to add the triple moving average. Probably should have added that one first. Yeah, that. Now we're going to add the TI. Done. Done. All right, let's take a look. Ironically, the last time I looked at it was around here, and I guarantee you, if you find that video, what was the date? What was the date? August of last year. Go back to August 13th of last year. I guarantee you, I can tell you right now what I said. Okay, what I said was, the moment this blue line gets broken, this shitcoin is royally screwed. What's up with my y-axis here? What's going on? So what happened? This low got taken out. And not ideally, it did rally to here, whatever. The point is, this thing is on a daily scale. I don't know what the What's going on? There we go. And we are looking at it here. This thing is a complete and utter disaster. It has broken yet another swing low. See, here's a swing low. You break that swing low, you get to a sequential 13, you rebound to set low. Now you reverse. What do you think happens when you break the next set swing low? Well, you're now going to go lower. You're going to go lower. You will eventually rebound. You may come back to this blue line until you reverse and go lower. Where is NEO ultimately going? Well, it is ultimately going to its ultimate low of whatever the hell this is. This is its next target. It is 10,000 Satoshis, which is way unreasonably expensive for this shitcoin with a useless project that no one will ever use for anything respectable. And therefore, when it breaks this blue line, it is going straight to zero like all the rest of them. At the moment, it is in its downtrend. I think so far, the only one that's reasonably in an uptrend has been Lynx. That's it. Everything else I am pulling up is bearish as hell. I'm not saying Lynx is a good investment. I'm just saying that if you put, 300 chihuahuas in a horse race, 300, I don't know, put 100 three-legged chihuahuas in a horse race, Link seems to be in the lead of the three-legged chihuahuas. Haha, factum. It's not even worth me pulling it up. The Binance token. Interesting. Is BACT launching on July 22nd? Isn't that like tomorrow? I got to take a look at that. I don't have a comment. I don't think BACT is going to be meaningful at all. I always said that. My chat just skipped a lot. Yeah, we can look at the Binance stuff. All right, I'm gonna save this. I don't know why, but let me see if I have the Binance token. I do. Look at that. We have the Binance token right here. I've looked at it in the past. Oh, I do have a chart of BitConnect versus USDT. I wonder if that still works. Invalid symbol. Damn it, Binance. Why did you drop BitConnect? It's one of the most honest projects you're allowing people to trade. All right, let's look at the Binance stuff. All right, another old chart. Where the hell is the price? Wow, really old chart. Damn. All right, let's do the usual. Let's drop all of these indicators. We don't care about volume. No one uses or trades this shit anyway. It's a total scam coin, right? Like the Binance coin is just there for them to make money off of you by creating an unlicensed, unregistered security. They're forcing you to use it to give you lower fees, yet somehow 300 years of exchanges managed to do without it. Let's go to hollow candles. That's a really old chart, guys. When did I look at this nonsense last? Wow, March of 2018. Damn. All right. What else do I need to do here? Get rid of the grid lines. Boom. Boom. All right, let's put in the indicators. What do we got? We got favorites, BI, MA. Why didn't it ask me for interesting? There it is. Got it. All right, we have to look at the weekly chart. The daily is not very useful. So, all right, this thing is actually in an uptrend. Still a scam coin. Beautiful buying opportunity off that 9. Nice sell opportunity off the combo 13. This 9 didn't lead to a sell-off, so you can buy it back on a green 2 above a green 1 above the 9. It is in a short-term downtrend, but in a general uptrend, right? So this thing isn't an uptrend because Binance, people are trading there. They're finding use for this coin, even though I have no doubt in my mind it's an unlicensed, unregistered, illegal security. They should have gone the block stack route and made it illegal, made it a legal security, but a Binance token is an illegal security, in my non-professional opinion. It is in a short-term downtrend. It is being supported by the moving average. It's at a weekly 5 of 9, but it's not in a catastrophic free fall like the other scam coins. So this one is finding support at the prior swing high. This is promising because if it can find support right here between the moving average and the prior swing high, it can then go up and challenge new all-time highs. So this is probably the best looking chart I've seen so far in this effort of trading shitcoins. It is sitting at an area of support, and while the sequential is bearish here, there are reasons to pick this thing up to the upside, considering it has just fallen 50%, but it is still in a general uptrend. Let's look at daily. It has found support right here of some reversal candles. The TD sequential is not helping you here. It is on a daily scale, it is a little more risky to pick it up. I would, it's also very, very volatile. I'm assuming it's versus Bitcoin. It is, I mean, I wouldn't buy it, but it is sitting at support. If it breaks this support, this thing is in serious trouble, okay? So I would wait and see. I would, if it can get above the moving averages, if it can, it has a good chance of going to new all-time highs against Bitcoin. But if it breaks this moving average and this prior horizontal support line, it is in serious trouble like all the rest. Basically, here's the deal. Here's the deal. How do I explain this? Here is the juncture that Binance token sits in. This area right here of 0.0025 Bitcoin is the equivalent of Bitcoin being at $1,300. That's the equivalent, okay? Now, imagine what happens to Bitcoin if it falls below $1,300. I think the entire blockchain and the entire ecosystem is actually in jeopardy. Okay, that's where this is. You are at a very critical last swing high. Imagine if this is the chart of Bitcoin, and this is 20,000, and this is 1,200, the all-time high from 2013, and this is the all-time high of 2017. And we have just pulled back to that old swing high in Bitcoin of 2013. That is where Binance sits right now. Going below this basically is catastrophic. So it has to rebound here, or their entire project is in serious, serious trouble. Bitcoin has the same criteria. If Bitcoin falls below 1,300, the entire Bitcoin blockchain is in serious, serious trouble, okay? And that's where you are. The probability is somewhat high that this thing will rally to the upside, even against Bitcoin. probably against the dollar. But eventually, the regulators are going to come for Binance. The way the regulators apparently are currently coming for BitMax, and the way the regulators are already showed up at Bitfinex, and the way the regulators shut down one broker. They're coming, and they're going to come for Binance too. I think I'm done, guys. Getting tired. Haha, IOTA. Sure, I'll look at one last scam. Now, IOTA is really scammy. IOTA is up there in the top 5 percentile of scams because people actually believe that IOTA is something useful, and that's one of the big problems, right? I think I'm going to look at it on HitBTC for the history, even though I don't think it's that old. But oh, I loved seeing this chart. God, I hope all of the investors in IOTA go broke. Well, I like really broke. Like, wife is divorcing you broke, because that's how scammy a lot of these projects are. And until people actually learn their lessons, nothing in this world is going to change. I have no sympathy for scam pushers, guys. None at all. I feel zero remorse for outright scammers. Especially when people like me were made fun of for exposing the scams in these projects. So on a weekly scale, this thing is on a combo 13, but it's still on a 6 of 9, heading towards the downside. Let's play the break of support game. What happens when the IOTA shitcoin breaks its all-time low? I'm assuming that was the all-time low. Is it really that new? Maybe I need another chart of IOTA. IOTA versus Bitcoin. Let's try Binance. What's IOTEX? I guess that's IOTA. Is that going to be a longer chart? No, same shit. Okay. So what happens when your shitcoin breaks its all-time low? Well, it goes down, and it goes down with a vengeance. And there it is. It manages to establish a new low. Amazing. This thing is going to go to the moon. They got contracts with Jaguar, and MIT is going to use them, and all other nonsense. You break the prior support, and boom, you accelerate down, you rebound, you find another established low point, and you rebound perfectly to the area of prior support until you realize the shitcoin is still a shitcoin. And now you go back to the established level of support, you break that support, and guess what? You are going lower. The sooner this thing gets to zero, and people actually get in legal trouble for creating this scam shit, the sooner the world can move on and be a much better place to live in. There's your IOTA. Stop printing money. Stop printing scam money. You want to experiment? You want to experiment with the blockchain? You want to have a project? Fine. I actually respect R3. They never had a scam coin. Go do it. Go start your project. Stop printing money. think I'm done, guys. I think the live stream lasted long enough. All right, guys, let's see what Bitcoin's doing. This is why I never know what Bitcoin's doing, because I've been looking at shitcoins for the last 2 hours. Let's take a look. We rose a little bit since the video started. Go watch the first 5 minutes. You're in a no trade zone. If we can break this green line, I think we can. If we can break 11K, I think we can go higher. And if we can break 13K, I think we're going to new all-time highs. Even though I still feel that Bitcoin needs to correct. It still needs to go lower. It needs to get to at least that $7,000 range so people can properly buy the dip. Smart people, anyway. All right, that's it for me. Hey, guys. Yeah, check out the webinars, workshops. My next one is going to be on risk and account management. Very important for those that ever lost 20% in a single trade of their portfolio. Losing 20% on a trade is not a big deal. Losing 20% on your portfolio in a single trade is a big deal. So that's what we're going to address in risk and account management webinar. My next in-person webinar will be in Dallas, and I will be updating my calendar soon. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. This has been an episode of Trading Shitcoins, and hopefully I don't have to do these often, maybe once every quarter or something like that. But thank you, Congress, for mentioning the word. Speaking of Congress, I need to go watch the 6-hour Congress session. I still haven't seen it yet, and I will be doing that. Thank you so much, Peter, for your little donation. What do I think about the 10-year Elliott cycle? I do not believe in Elliott waves. I do not believe that Elliott waves are a good trading tool. The 10-year Elliott wave cycle told me to sell all of my stocks in 2013, and it has been wrong for almost 10 years. So I am not a fan of Elliott wave. I think it is perpetually wrong because it perpetually changes the history, making itself perpetually right. I do not like these types of trading systems, and I do not like to follow them. That is my general opinion of Elliott wave. Sorry, I cannot give you a better answer. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you all on the next one.